And so, as 2023 has become 2024, it is way past the time I recapped the year before. I started it simply with a leftover denied by both YouTube and audiences all around, with Super Sons of Batman and Superman, who had their time risen and fallen. Then I properly started with a socialist Superman, whose story was cut short by the era we are living in. Then I moved to the beginning of Batman's mythology, that was left alone to its initial symbology. But then I moved to a story that had come to a new infamy, with the retelling doubling down to even more controversy. Bad news followed as I then reviewed an anime with so much wasted potential that it might as well fall into obscurity. Fortunately by now I had made friends in YouTube and was pointed at a story more faithful to the retelling of it, with Batman in Bloodborne and also packing heat. That setting then led to the 1800s, where while emulating Sherlock Holmes, another Dark Knight rises. Enough Batman, I had by then thought, and went back to Superman and the elite he fought. But then for some reason, as criticism was brought, I was compared to a vampire, and so cut it in half to make it naught. By that time had come an infamous film, and it was late, which made me for the third time compare it to its failed mission statement. After pointing out its one job gone blunder, I next decided to comment about the second boy wonder. In the middle we lost an inspiration of a Harley Quinn, which made me decide to in my own way commemorate our lost Arlene Sorkin. With those behind us, I then looked to the past, at a time capsule not aged as well as it could have. Close to the end, I prepared myself for the next year, and in closing this one, focused on a king and his brother, with the last project clocking to a book ending, where Superman fought Brainiac with Supergirl in his following. But that was not all, as I had also figured how to stream with console capture activated. I had some trouble with which Shelia assisted in, with Sonic the Hedgehog once again adventuring. With my console then connected to my PC, I was told it had been 3 years since Joel and Ellie met
Abby!
I then to my mistake skipped over Miles' Christmas story, because time had come for him to join in sharing Spider-Man's name and glory. Initially I had only a few things to be said, but then was later joined by another friend to expand that thread. There were more games I had a chance to stream out, but too many to make videos of, which led to a bigger backlog. In the New Frontiers ran Sonic the Hedgehog, followed by Kratos and the Boy, with in the middle of their adventures in came Sora, Donald and Goofy. After a long winter, Atreus left Kratos and Mimir. The Rune siblings, Amicia and Hugo, filled in for the role of our adventurer. Last Hallows Eve, I was called to Louisiana as a man named Ethan looking for his wife, Mia. They were rescued by Chris, who later then brought them to raise a family somewhere in Eastern Europe. Then later shot Mia, took their baby, and dumped Ethan to some random village. That was so stressful I needed a respite to take it down a notch, but was then denied with the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. He cheated death because it's not like Sonic can be killed. So for the last game of the year, I chose an emulated ROM from Game Boy Advance. Before I end this video from going too long, I should also mention Screecher from an indie creator, along with this cartoon where Superman was said to be joined by some adventurer. Finally, there was my stretched out Eternity project that I cut into 4 pieces as the story needed it. That should be all worth mentioning, although if I missed something, go check out my channel and subscribe for anything that you might be finding interesting of these videos that are made by me, and may your heart be your guiding key.